Hi guys, and welcome to another episode on Amazonia YouTube channel. In this episode, I'm going to talk all about organic ranking. So which type of campaign to create, how to create it step by step, and what are some of the most important things that you need to monitor throughout the whole ranking period. So if you take a look at an average search on Amazon US right now, so I went for the drinks keyword, which is pretty broad, but stay with me. So you can see that on top of the search, we can see the sponsor brand ad. Then we see all the first row is taken up by sponsor one, so the marked in yellow. So all the 5 places are now sponsored. Then second row, we start to see the organic results. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first 5 positions on organic ranks, and then additional row of sponsored coupled with sponsored display on the left, then additional sponsor brand, then an additional row of sponsored products, ads, and then this is actually position 6, and I'm scrolling several ways already, several lines already, sorry. And then you get the point. So staying on top of the organic positions is getting harder and harder, because also the ads are taking so many ad positions nowadays. So what we want to accomplish is that it goes without saying that you need to have solid product. You need to have your product listing optimized to the latest industry standards. Your conversion rate needs to be maxed out completely. When you've done that, then the next thing that you want to do is position yourself with the ads on top, or as high as you can go in order for your product to be visible. And then once it's visible, because the offer is very good, the product is good, you already acquired some reviews through Vine, maybe even through Vine stacking, you have variations. And then when people start seeing your product with the paid initiatives, then in time you will also increase in organic. That's how it works. So how to do that? If you have your most important keywords spread out in several campaigns, you cannot control how much do you want to bid on certain keyword, certain placement. That's why the only solution to that we use is using single keyword campaigns. That means one campaign, one ad group, one keyword in exact match. So that's the only way to have complete control over what's happening. So this is how it's going to look like, because you will have only one exact match with one keyword in exact match per ad group. What that enables you is that you can control your bid adjustments on a campaign level, because only on campaign level you can control your placement adjustments. Coupled with that, now when you enroll in Amazon Marketing Cloud, you get additional functionalities to also bid additional more aggressively on additional audiences. Here, as you can see, this is a live example of a ranking campaign. You can see that a lot of sales, most of the sales are coming through top of search. Let's quickly calculate the conversion rate. Conversion rate is the most important thing when trying to rank organically for a certain keyword. But if you have a good conversion rate but low sales velocity, that's not going to help with ranking, improving organic ranks. So let's check one by one row. So 142 sales on top of search after this many clicks, 24%, 24.4% conversion rate, which is pretty good for such a competitive niche. The rest of search is at 21.6, and product pages, typically the lowest, is all the way down to the 13.8%. Now, this tells us that if we funnel all the traffic through to the top of search, then we're gonna get the most of the sales. But please note that very often it can be that even on rest of search you get a decent conversion rate as here, so 21.6%. So you shouldn't neglect that one too. So yes, if you drive all the traffic towards top of search, you will get additional 3%, which is huge. By the way, it's huge difference. But still, if you get a decent number of sales coming in through rest of search, you want to utilize also that one and drive additional sales towards your listing, and then get to that number more quickly, the number that you need to reach in order to rank organically on top positions. So to find out how I do my calculation on budgeting during the PPC product launch or PPC relaunch, you can see the video here on the screen. So when you cover that, you can come back to this video. So how do we track now? So in one of my previous videos, I covered this Gatorade product and we started to track what's happening with it. And you can see that for this same keyword called drinks, the organic rank is coming up. So similar to this one, it's what you will see each day if you've done everything properly. You will see your organic rank climbing up, and here you would see your sponsored ranks also climbing up. Now the number of sales that you need to have over the 8 days is, for example, for this keyword, it's 77 sales over the period of 8 days. So that's roughly around 10 sales per day to stay competitive and to be in top 16 position. So that's quite a lot, top 16 position, but that's what the CPR means for each keyword that you're having. Now, when you do start your relaunch or organic or the process for increasing the organic rank, you need to also follow our process for keyword tracker SOP. When for each product launch or relaunch of keywords and products, you need to follow step-by-step process on how to properly track what's going on. And then you also need to have your boost here enabled so you can track that on a day-to-day basis. And additionally, when you couple that with search term impression share report, then you're all covered on what to do to increase organic rank. So back to the campaign. So what you need to pay attention, and this is the strategy part that's very important, is your ranking campaign can go in ACoS as high as it needs to go if you meet sales velocity at a good conversion rate. If you can measure your conversion rate, if you're good with that, by going into brand metrics on the left. So insights and planning, the brand metrics, and compare your category average to your conversion rate and see if you need to go back and do some more work on your listings. If that's the case, pause this or don't even start with this. But if that's done, then you will see the number, the exact conversion rate that you need to meet in order to rank properly. Now, so what I mean by very often we can go with ACoS on ranking campaigns, 70%, 80% of ACoS, 100%, it doesn't matter, because you are using this campaign not to have profitable sales, you're using this campaign to increase organic rank, and you do that by having good sales velocity with a good conversion rate, and then you go up in ranks, both on organic and paid. How long you need to do that depending on your category, on your competition. But as the time goes, you will see that your total ACoS for that product is going in the right direction. So it's going down because a lot of sales are started happening organically, not only through paid ads. So slowly, but in slow increments, you can start to decrease your budget, like by $5 every 2 or 3 days, and start to decrease your bids or top of search placements, rest of search placements, depending on what you have. Also incrementally, like every 2 to 3 days, depending on the volume. It's a high volume, I wouldn't even go with a 1 cent every 2 or 3 days. If it's not that high of a volume, then you can go 2 to 3 cents. Yes, it sounds funny, but that's the number that we saw that doesn't disturb the performance of the campaigns if you go step by step in that slow and low increments. So that wraps up what we're seeing here. In time, what you will have to do every other day or every 3 days is see and track the conversion rate for each of your placements. For example, here we can easily go higher for top of search, but if you want you want to keep your you want to drive more traffic towards top of search. If that's the placement that's the best for you for organic ranking. And how do you do that? I already shared in the previous videos our placement tool. So we have this short and nifty calculator here. So you input your previous or current percentage that you have on the placement adjustment. What's the name? Placement adjustment field, and then you insert another one that you want to have. And what you have as a result is that by how much you need to decrease your base bid on a keyword in order to have the same end bid, same CPC as you had before, but just only have more traffic towards top of search and less traffic through rest of search and product pages. So what's in reality what's happening is that you're increasing the placement for top of search and lowering the base bid. So these two guys are gonna go down even more because they're gonna go because you're decreasing base bid but increasing top of search, but at the end bid stays the same for top of search but goes down for rest of search and product pages. I hope I'm making sense out of it. It's and you can go with that slow process every 2 to 3 days until you completely eliminate the rest of search and product pages traffic and leave only the top of search or whichever works best for you. This process is what we've seen in the past couple of years bringing good results, and it's best done when you have single keyword campaigns because that gives you absolute control over what's happening. At the end, additional note for you, this campaign, for example, is running on $270 per day, and still it's hitting the ceiling in ad spend. You can see the blue line is ad spend. A few days ago, we increased it from 250 to 270, and we like to increase it really in slow increments. So even we should even continue increasing this, coupled with increasing the bid adjustments to even hit more sales and better ranks for this. But we're not doing that aggressively because we already have a decent organic rank. For this campaign, our organic ranks, it's not this product, it's just an example. For this product, we have organic rank at position 3, and it's enough for us because it really doesn't make any sense for us to push to number 1 because going back to the start of the video, so we have sponsored brands, then we have the whole row of sponsored products, then we're gonna be here most of the time on average. Position number 3, position number 4 on organic ranks, and we're gonna be on the first couple of position in paid. So somebody's gonna see our product in the middle and again in the middle organically. So that's good for us. We are leaders in the market. Our the brand owner that we're helping is more than happy, so everybody's happy. So let me know if you have any questions about this subject or any other subject. I'll be glad to provide further assistance. Stay cool and see you in the next video. Bye bye.